Businesses don't buy, people buy. And if you're not yourself, you won't attract clients that like and want to work with you. I've been doing this for 20 years and still 75% of my business comes from referral. So it's quality over quantity. Don't follow the trends, follow what works. At the end of the day, it's human-to-human connection. People buy from other people. I've been doing B2B consulting specifically in the business growth strategy and sales and marketing strategy space this is my 20th year. It's been a fun ride. And I've been doing fractional work primarily as a fractional chief revenue officer since 2011. Over the last 4 or 5 years, I actually have been working with other fractionals to help them launch and grow their businesses because there's a lot of confusion out there, right? And many people that make that transition from corporate to fractional, they're not marketers, they're not business development people. And if they are, they've never had to sell themselves. They've always been on the sort of selling products and services side. So many are frustrated because they can't find clients. And when they get clients, they don't stick around and they don't know how to price this. Eliminate all the confusion, follow the process, right? So we've built a process and a coaching program to help fractionals really be successful far more quickly. The number one roadblock or challenge that all of these folks face is lead gen and referrals. Right? That is always the number one issue. And honestly, it's fundamental at its core. And that is they don't really understand the value they deliver, the value they can bring. Maybe sort of like high level, they kind of have a concept, but they can't verbalize it. And they aren't clear on who they want to work with. Not who they need to work with or must work with. Who do they want to work with? What kind of businesses, what kind of people, and what kind of problems do they solve? And so it's the ICP, Ideal Client Profile. We look for referral partners that work with companies that look like our client profile. There's a boatload of providers that you knew from your previous life that do that today, and you haven't tapped them at all. So go back to them. It could be software providers, it could be insurance, it could be legal, it could be consulting, it could be product. It doesn't matter what they do. They probably work with a bunch of clients that look like now your ideal client. Reconnect with them. I guarantee they'll open some doors for you very quickly. It's the give-get mentality, right? So depends on which side of the equation we're on. I encourage everybody, new and old in their businesses, give more than you get. When you go out to market, when you're in networking groups, you're building relationships, go in with a give mindset. And what that really means is I don't have a laundry list of 100 business owners I can refer to these people. But you know, I probably have 300 or 400 connections I can make of other referral partners, other advisors. So give there first. Start there. That's much easier. From a giving standpoint, it's a lower risk exchange, right? When I refer somebody to my clients, it's a higher risk exchange because that person I'm referring in is a reflection on me. So to get going, get that giving going, do that. Just connecting connectors. Easiest way to do that is if I just met somebody really good on my last call and I think that person may be really good connection for the person on my next call, just connect them. So that's the giving piece. The receiving piece, I think the biggest miss is people network randomly without any strategy, without any intention. So while we said spend time building your ideal client profile, I believe you should also spend time building your ideal referral partner profile. So it gets you focused on the types of people that you want to meet. I've been doing this for 20 years and still 75% of my business comes from referral. So it's quality over quantity, same thing, right? On the other side of the coin, how I've built the fractional launchpad and my fractional services is I saw a need in the market. I had the expertise to solve it. And I just started being really intentional. So my LinkedIn activity, little behind the scenes here, right? We run some searches to find fractionals on LinkedIn. Easy to find you. I'm there too. Right. There's 150,000 of us on LinkedIn. And so where we use automation is that connection message and the connection request. And it's exclusively right now reaching out to fractionals. And fractionals need help because they will tell you stuff that you have no idea why. And most of the time it will be, I liked you, I trusted you. I felt like you could solve my problem. It's a personal psychographic connection, right? It's not the demographics of they have a business with so many employees. It's the connection you make, the trust you build, the relationship you establish. Usually that's what they say in some form or fashion. If you're not yourself, you won't attract clients that like and want to work with you. So a lot of it is mindset and a little bit of courage to just be yourself. So it's tough. It's tough for some. So I often talk about experience versus expertise. And where they get stuck early on is they don't have any experience as a fractional or experience as a consultant or experience as a coach, however they want to position themselves. But they have lots of expertise from their corporate days, right? They've done this thing, they've achieved these goals, they've solved these problems that they want to solve for their clients. So I break those two into pieces because if they're worried about their experience as a fill in the gap, they're never going to move forward. If you think about the infamous sales funnel, right? Marketing activity, networking activities, that's top of the funnel. So those are the places where we just begin conversations. And then as we have more conversations with those individuals, we kind of funnel it down and we have quality opportunities and hopefully a deal drops out the bottom. Top of funnel is where most people go wrong because they just throw a whole bunch of stuff at the wall and they hope something will stick. The messaging is off, right? The interaction and the channel they choose isn't working. They don't have any follow-through methodology. It just doesn't work. They're not rejecting you. They don't know you. They wouldn't know you if they bumped into you at Starbucks. They're not rejecting you, right? They're either not, they're not interested in the message. They've had a bad day, right? The cat puked in the car or whatever, right? Who knows what's going on? They're not rejecting you. It's not a personal rejection. They don't know you. Remind yourself that is the case. They're just rejecting the message or the timing or the method of outreach, right? It wasn't a fit. So how I take that is it's not a personal affront to me. I'm like, all right, dude, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at what I was doing to get that rejection and improve it. What works are the fundamentals of connecting at the human level, H to H, human to human connection. Find your approach. Is it email? Is it DMs? Is it phone calls? Is it networking? Is it what is it? And lean into that. Lean into what works for you, right? At the end of the day, it's human to human connection. People buy from other people. Businesses don't buy, people buy. So connect with me on LinkedIn, DM me. You can also just go to fractionallaunchpad.com and it lists a bunch of the stuff that we're doing and how we can support you as well. But the Fractional Collective is the new networking group. I'm always looking for people that just want to check out the group and just come as my guest. No obligation, anything else. Meet some other great fractionals and B2B advisors. So reach out, let's have a chat.